We're going to get ready for our farewell dinner tonight. Y'all have been loving the wavy, the mermaid hair. So if you did not check out the reel that I posted, I showed y'all exactly how I did this. Come say hello. We're going to do evening makeup, which I do not do with you guys very often. So come with all of your questions. This is what I'm talking about, okay? First and foremost, you guys, comment skincare if you need help with your skincare. And then, let's see. Hey, Susan, twice in 1 week. Hello, hello. Or you can comment cushion. So I know it's kind of confusing, you guys, because I use 2 different types of makeup, but for help. Okay. Comment skincare, cushion, or match for help. So, okay, I'm 45. You guys, when you're doing your makeup, if your skin prep or your skin is not good, your makeup's not going to look good, okay? So I am 2 years on a Korean skincare that's completely transformed my 45-year-old skin, taken away my hyperpigmentation, my under eye darkness, and I'm more confident in less makeup than I've ever been my entire life. We're having such an amazing time, Susan. It's so much fun. Tom and I had the best day at the spa today, and I didn't want to leave. So Tom, we had 80-minute massages. We did a what was it called? Hydrotherapy before the actual massage. It was just absolutely glorious. Like 100% glorious. So I booked another massage yesterday. So here we are. So we're here with Saint, and some of the girls leave tomorrow. So we have qualifications for these types of rewards trips, and you have different levels of qualification. So some girls leave tomorrow, and then some of us are leaving on Sunday, and I want y'all to come with all of your questions. I don't care what kind of questions they are. Questions about Saint, questions about Rimmon, questions, what skincare do you use? Kelly, yes. So it is a Korean-based skincare. It is called Rimmon. You can comment the word skincare, and I have a little bot that I trained. I entered all of my brain and all of my information, and it will go through 3 little questions with you, and it will give you recommendations for your skincare based on your skincare needs and your skincare goals. It is Korean, which we all know we all need to be using Korean skincare. It is the best. It is a decade ahead of everywhere else, of the world, and that's why K-beauty is such a huge thing right now. It's a huge thing because all of your medical equipment for lasers, peels, and all that kind of stuff, it comes from Asian countries. It comes from Korea. This is the #1 skincare in the world that I use, and it's holistic. It is not harsh. It is not drying. It is next level because it works on a cellular level. What we all really want to know is, does it work? Yes, it works. Right now, I'm applying the Korean cushion, which is infused with the Korean skincare. So I used to use my all-in-one palette by Saint for all of my makeup. I have one cushion and love it. Do you prefer using a cushion for highlighting, contouring? Yes, and I'm going to show you how I do that today. Because we are going, since this is nighttime makeup, we are going to be outside. So I still, and you guys, unless it's like something like crazy specific, like a formal event, I know without a shadow of a doubt, especially as many women's faces that I work on and as many women's faces that I've seen over the years, the less makeup that you can wear as we age, the better. Just think of like a layered cake. The bigger it gets, the more opportunity it has to fall over, crumble, melt, and all the things, right? It's the same thing with our makeup. So if you put a lot of makeup on, I don't care what it is. If you put too much makeup around here where we have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, it's going to settle. It's not going to look great, okay? This is a Korean cushion. It is the best of, it's a hybrid of all 3 makeup types. So it's the absolute beauty and like skin-like finish of cream makeup, which I've always been a huge fan of. That is what Saint is. It has micro powders, so it actually has the staying power of a powder without actually being a powder, because I'm not anti-powder, but I am not a huge fan of powder or a lot of powder when it comes to mature eyes or mature skin. I also and it has the ease of a liquid. And I say all this because I think a lot of times when people see all the different dots and all the different colors and the stripes and things, that it's really, really, it's intimidating, right? And a lot of people had a hard time with Saint. And I just find that there's no learning curve. You slap on one color, and now I am doing a little bit of more of a contouring. This is a Saint product as well. It is called Pepper, and I like to use this as a contour color. Because it is an evening event, I'm going to go a little bit heavier. But I would love to know from you ladies, like, what do y'all struggle with your makeup application? Like, what's your biggest struggles? And I was talking to a young lady earlier, and she's like, I just have the hardest time. Like, I need to go from like daytime to nighttime really quickly. So I have a wonderful reel that I've actually already recorded that I'm going to get that edited and posted soon. And so I was thinking tonight, I'm like, man, I really need to show the ladies my evening like routine, because I don't do this very often. We've got 2 kids at home and we don't go out very often. So I don't have the opportunity of showing you guys like really fun nighttime. So this is Pepper. It is a pencil from Saint. This one is cappuccino. Let me tell you the difference. This one is actually a satin pencil, and it's going to blend easily because my skin is prepped, it is hydrated, and the formulation of this one is made to be more blendable. Okay, now I'm going to use cappuccino as my eyeliner this evening because it is a silk. And you guys, I don't know what in the world Kara put in this silk eyeliner, but it is my favorite eyeliner that I've ever used in the entire world. Seriously, no joke, because it absolutely does not transfer. So I can put it on, I can tight line. So if you have a hooded eye, if you have deep set eyes, you really don't want to take up any more of the space on your eyelids, right? Like, give me a yes. Give me a yes in the comments. Who has hooded eyes out there? Who struggles with hooded eyeshadow, or even like a deep set eye? Like, as we age, our eyelids tend to start losing their elasticity. They start getting heavier. They start sagging. Give me a yes. Yep, I'm seeing some yeses. Yes, Julie. Yes, Jackie. This way, when we tight line, I like to show you guys just by lifting very gently, always using my ring finger when I'm working with my eye area, and lifting that up. I don't actually have to lift this up. I just show you guys because a lot of people, when I just go in like this, they're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't do that. Well, you guys, this gives you the definition and the definition that your eyes need as we mature without taking up any real estate or any space on the eyelid, okay? So because oh my gosh, I can't talk. Because this is an evening affair, I'm gonna go just a little bit heavier. This technique of lining your waterline also doubles and amplifies your lashes. It makes them look so much more full and like voluminous. And it's because we're just darkening this waterline here. But like I said, if you do this with a regular pencil, what's going to happen is it's going to transfer to your bottom lash line, and you're going to look like you have black eyes all over again, and we don't want that. I just spent the last 2 years getting rid of my under eye darkness. I'm not trying to get that back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm like, no way, Jose. See how easy that just blends right out? Doing a little nose contouring there. So we're going to do a little bit more. I even pulled out Bella bronzer. Again, because this is an evening affair, I'm going to go just a slightly heavy. Whoa, this is a new one, clearly. Whoa, sister. Whoa, oh, that was a lot. we're going to go a little bit darker, not necessarily more product, but just a little bit darker, because I am a big fan of very natural looking makeup and not tons and tons of layers. Women with mature skin, you do not need tons of makeup. You don't need tons of makeup to look better. You don't. When you do the waterline, when you do the waterline, do you do, Susan, let me know what you were asking there. I didn't, when you do the waterline, you do I do what? What do I do? What you asking there? Let me know, girl. I got you. I'm going to put a little bit down here. Added warmth is great anytime, you guys. You will always notice when I place my contour and my bronzer, I never hit my temple area. And I still have not actually put on my, hey, Courtney, I hope you're having an amazing time. Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Oh, Anne Marie. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, when you do the waterline, do you also, Susan, sorry, use eyeliner on lid as well? No, I do not. I only use this on my waterline, and that's it. Are you natural beige or light for the cushion? Well, that's a little hard right now because I have a little bit of a fake tan still going. So I am more natural beige. I'm having to, easier answer, I have to mix natural beige and light right now. When I don't have any type of tan, I am straight light. Now, I will tell you this, when I first started using this product, I was not straight light. Straight light was way too fair for me, and I had to add the two. I mean, I had to mix the two. But now that my skin has lightened so much over the last 2 years, light is my color. Hi to all the gals. So, oh, Anne Marie, you're so sweet. You're so wonderful. Times have definitely changed around here. There's not as many gals as we would love for them to be, but Saint always knows how to do a great trip for sure. Which liner? Okay, so my favorite two, Susan, for liners are Cappuccino and Espresso. Those are my two favorites for liners, and I'm doing my my concealer in Fair. So I actually use 3 different cushion colors because I love the outcome of this cushion. And I know that without a shadow of a doubt that this is good for my skin. So not only is it hydrating the entire time that I'm wearing this, but I also know, and especially around the eyes, you guys, that my makeup is going to look gorgeous all night long. My skin is going to be glowy, pretty, and it's going to look nice and lightweight. It's going to look very skin-like, and it's going to be healthy because it's doing its job. It's infused with some of the top anti-aging ingredients, as well as some of the top hydrating ingredients. And these ingredients, and the reason why I can say that is because Rimmon is the #1 Korean skincare company, but they patent their ingredients and their products. So yes, so the cushion is just my jam. It is my jam. It's good for your skin, and it is the way to go. Now, I will say this. We are limited on the colors that we have right now. There's only 4 colors. So that's why, like, you'll see me talking about needing to mix colors. Rimmon is coming out with more colors this year, and I'm super, super excited. Illuminator on the high cheeks is an absolute must. Did you see what that just did? It's so pretty, but not like, you love the cushions. Yes. The cushions are amazing. I'm telling you, they're like next level. Eye look. Let's see. So I am wearing the mood board for this particular evening was like sequins and very like natural colors, beiges, tans, and it's actually blush. You guys, I just can't get past this. It is Pink Flamingo, which is a brand new color that Saint just released, and it's not going to be around forever. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. I don't know if they'll ever bring it back. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And raspberry and pink Flamingo is what I did together. Now I'm using Cupcake as my all over. Again, this is a Saint product. So everything I'm using tonight, other than just one or two random products, they're all either Saint or Rimmon. This that I just put the highlighter is my one and only Chanel product. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It's just good. It's good. So I'm going to do something that's, I'm going to do an eyeshadow look that's very similar to what I do during the daytime, but I might just darken it just a tiny little bit. So as you can see, what I do is I start with a big fluffy brush like this, using the color Basic. I start on the outer part of the eye going up towards the eyebrow. Okay. Now, a lot of women, the number one thing that they do is they stop at their crease and then they just stop. Look how pretty that is. And I haven't done anything, you know? So it's small little circular motions that I'm just doing out here, because wherever you place your brush down, whether it's blush or Jody, hey, whether you place it, whether it's blush, eyeshadow, whatever it is, wherever the very first place that you put your brush down, that is where it's going to place the most pigment, okay? So I want to work majority of my color on the outside of my eyes, okay? When we get mature eyes, we get heavier lids, we have smaller space, like real estate up here, and I have figured out how to make it look like I still have a lot of real estate. And that's why keeping the pigment, the darkest part of the eyeshadow, on the outermost part of the eye. So I sit here and I make small little circles. I do them in both directions. It gives it that really pretty diffused look. And then I start bringing my brush, like what's left over on the brush, into the inner corner. And then I always just kind of have a fun little wingy wang right out here. And that's it, you guys. So I do take a little bit of time, especially on the eyes. If we're going nighttime, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Bubba to add some warmth right here. Just right about, and you see how high up I'm going? Most women are super, super scared of doing this because they're scared they're going to look like a clown. They're scared that it's going to be too high. But I don't have a ton of like space in between. And you guys, here's the other thing. Your eyes are not twins. This is what my doctor always said, who did my breast augmentation. Your boobies are not twins. They are sisters, okay? They are never going to be exactly the same. And so what you do on one eye, you might have to just do a little slightly different. This is the eye that drives me nuts. She never wants to cooperate, ever. And so I do end up working on her a little bit more. This one just tends to behave. She's the sister that behaves. This is the one that is the naughty one. I also am a huge fan of using eyeshadow for eyeliner on my bottom lash line. Okay, so I just went in with the exact same color that I used first, Basic, and I'm just going to run it along my lash line very softly. This is how I create, again, a little bit more definition, but y'all are going to hear me say this over and over and over. Soft. See the difference? Subtle and soft. Soft, subtle, sexy. That is my theory for makeup over 40. It doesn't need to be harsh. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It doesn't need to be stark. And it doesn't, and really and truly, you don't want it to have a start and a stop. I'm kind of doing a soft, almost not even there wing. Did you see how I just did that? And all I'm doing is I'm running it from my lower lash line up towards the brow, the end of my brow. And it's just creating a little bit of definition, but do you see how it's lifting the eye so nicely? So easy. Guys, makeup doesn't need to be hard. We overthink it and we make it really hard, especially as we age. I'm going to take the little bit of what's left on the end of this brush, and I'm going to just concentrate just a little bit more here. Now, I could do a wing right here, and Susan, you just asked me if I do that. I normally do not, but again, it's an evening event. I kind of work with I kind of go as I always start off with a plan, and it always ends up changing. I got to put something on my lips before they drive me crazy. This is another pencil. See, you guys, so I use these pencils for everything. They can be used for eyeshadow, contour like I did, a certain color. There's a color called Toffee. It's beautiful as a bronzer. What just happened there? I love it. This is Mulberry. Beautiful as an eyeshadow and a lip liner. That's my little holder. She's like, hey, I'm here. I like to do my mascara and then figure out if I'm actually going to do like some more. Uh-oh, I don't have my lip gloss. Babe, could you do me a favor? Do you mind handing me the you know what, I might just do a little wing right now to show you guys too. The sunscreen bag. So before I put my mascara on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here, and I'm actually just going from the outside, the outer part of my eye. Look at my handsome husband. Woohoo! Doesn't he look good? Oh, no, the bag. It's got my my lipstick in it. Thanks, babe. And my lip gloss. I'm just going to add a little bit of a definition up here and running that along that line. Yes, my love. Thank you so much. It's a good thing he's taken, ladies. Somebody going to try to steal him.
No.
I drive him crazy. But he gets to go on fun trips with me. Oh, so you guys, our daughter, there is one thing that we are sad about. Our daughter, Hadley, she has, it's the yearly father-daughter dance. And so my mom and her husband are watching the children. And this is from Lawless, you guys. And it is my absolute favorite. It's called Platinum. And it is to die for. I'm going to have to hurry up. Tom's giving me 6:17. We got a countdown. We used to do that in NFL too. You guys are so cute. How did you guys meet? Oh, babe, why don't you... He is handsome, and you together are the most beautiful couple. Oh, my gosh, y'all are the best. You know what, you guys? It's a really funny story. Do y'all want to hear this funny story really quick? Because it's kind of a small miracle that Tom and I met. Tom was in LA for 14 years. He was basically working for a tool company that he was their spokesman. It was back in the day when infomercials were still a thing. Thank goodness he's sitting right here. So Tom, even though he was living in LA, he was from Alabama. He is a good old Alabama boy, played football at Auburn, and he's just a good Southern boy. He's a good Southern man, that's for sure. And and this doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to smudge it, as y'all can tell, because I'm not precise about a whole lot. So anyways, Tom and I, long story short, Tom's 40th birthday, he was down in Florida with his friends. He was flying home, and next to him sat satin or silk? Oh, that's a good question. That was brownie. That was satin. There was a mom of one of my dance students. Her name is Melissa Kaywood. And she sat next to Tom, and she was like, I just have this really strong feeling, this really strong urge that you need to meet this woman that I know. So I was teaching dance at the time. She was in one of my little classes, and Melissa was a friend of my sister's. I knew her from the dance studio. She didn't know me really from Joe Blow Schmo, but she's sitting next to this very handsome man, which I would have been trying to talk to too. But she was married, and she said, I promise I have only set one other couple up. They've been married for 10 years, but I just have this really crazy feeling the two of you guys need to meet. And of course, Tom was like, no. Everybody and their mama was trying to set him up, of course, because he's the perfect man from Hallmark. He is a fantastic, well-rounded, wonderful gentleman. He's got the heart of gold. He's got a tender heart, but he can do things so much better than me. He can mom better than me. He can cook better than me. He can't do makeup better than me. Who? And he can't do skincare better than me. But yes, he does do remon. He loves his remon. But long story short, this was back in the day when on Facebook when you could recommend two people to be friends. So I was saying no. I had a lot of people don't know this about me, but I had a very short-lived marriage when I was early 20s. I was young and dumb, and it was a great. I'm very appreciative of it, and I feel very blessed to this day because I don't know if I would appreciate my husband as much as I do if I had not gone through the hell that I went through in my first really short-lived marriage. But I was like, no, I had written off men. I was like, I'm not doing that ever again. I will never be married. I'm going to die a single woman. I hate men. Like, I'm never dating again. I'm never marrying again. And Melissa encouraged the two of us to be friends on Facebook. And I remember I was sitting in the studio one day. Yes, he looks straight up. Yes, he looks straight up like a Hallmark man. He was on Days of Our Lives, The Guardian, West Wing. He was on all sorts of shows and movies. He's got that jawline, that jawline that just makes you be like, whoa, he's a good looking man. And he's just a good person too. So anyways, I remember sitting at the studio one day and this thing popped up saying that somebody had recommended me to be friends with this person. And I was like, who is this man? Because he is the best looking thing I have ever seen. And it was Tom. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, okay, well, I'll be friends with him. And I was like, oh, he's from LA. He's an actor, blah, blah, blah. He's probably going to be the biggest jerk ever. And lo and behold, we met for a glass of wine. He already had his out because he had to travel the next day. So he was ready to totally ditch me if it sucked and had a legit reason. But he had to have a reason that wasn't a lie, right? But that's how just Tom is. He's a very, he's like, I can't even lie, even if I don't like this person. Oh, Maria, I love you. Maria's on here, Tom. She's listening to our little story. I think Maria knows a little bit. Tom says, hi, Maria. But anyways, so literally, there's a little bit more of the story because I ended up being late and da-da-da-da-da. No, this is not a Saint mascara. This is actually a really inexpensive one from L'Oreal, and I love it for length. And then I'm going to put on my tubing mascara. I do like Lash Leather from Saint. It's my favorite out of the Saint mascaras. But Tom I'm killing Tom right now. He's like, can you just finish this? Do you want me to tell him the story? Yeah, we should do a double live is actually what we should do. I was late because I left my pocketbook at the studio. It was because I was so nervous to meet this man. Here he is. He's already got his out saying, I got to travel the next day. I can only be here for an hour, one glass of wine. And he's trying to skirt out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late. I left my pocket. Well, I said, here's two options. I left my pocketbook at the dance studio. So either I have to drive 30 minutes down to South Carolina to get my pocketbook. And he goes, well, you know what the question is? You know what he said? Do you normally get carded? Remember, we're 10 years apart. And age-wise. And I said, well, 50-50. And he goes, oh, go get it. And I was like, well, I'm going to be late. And his pet peeve, you guys, of all pet peeves, is being late. If you were on time to Tom, you were late. So I was like, oh, gosh. So we met, and I knew within minutes that I was going to marry this man. And we sat there until, do you remember how late, babe? It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. About 2 o'clock in the morning. And we sat there and talked and talked. And it was in the summertime, so we were just outside. We had
I really did have a flight.
And he really did have a flight at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I had to go home and pack.
So poor baby did have to go home and pack. And he didn't get out of his date early. He didn't get it to use his little excuse. And then he was like, he didn't want to leave. And then he goes, we were about to leave. And he was like, well, can I have a hug? And because I was like so nervous because I was like, oh my God. I was still really even nervous at the end of the night that I felt like I was a blubbering idiot because I'm like, this guy is just, he's everything. He's everything any woman could ever want. Like just perfect all around. And I was like, I have totally messed this up. I look like a complete goofball, all the things. And he's like, can I have a hug? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I went in for like a hug and he's like, what did you say? So now he always tells me, hug me like you love me. And I don't remember was that like, he told me the next day or the next time, he said it was the lamest hug he'd ever had. It was so funny. Okay. So we're actually supposed to leave in 6 minutes. So that was the story on how Tom and I met. And that's kind of a shortened version of it, but it's really fun. And we've talked to so many people, even our preacher who married Tom and I. He's like, you guys need to write like a book on this. This is just a lot more to it. There was a lot more to it, but this is the most active Tom has ever been on a live, by the way. Sorry. Come on, babe. What you got to say? Tell the folks. What you got to say? We gotta go. He goes, well, we got to go. He don't want to be late. It's all right. It's 6:30 to 8:30, and nobody's going to be there at 6:30. These are a bunch of Saint artists that are all still getting ready. Some are probably still down in the pool, having beverages, having a good old time. We do know how to have a good time. I will say that. Saint's really good about having a good time, but they've been known for karaoke in the past, and I cannot stand karaoke, you guys. But we will not be karaokeing it up tonight. I love it, and we want more. Maria wants more. See, and that's what I always tell Tom. I'm like, Tom, they want more Tom. They love you. Oh, it's so fun. But that's it, you guys. See, even as an evening look, I still keep it super simple. So if you need help with your skincare, with your makeup, I would love to help you. I am super incredibly passionate about helping women feel beautiful as we age and all the things. I got to do this hair and throw on my outfits, and I have girls saying, are you ready? Oh, no, Kate, I'm not. I just saw you. She said, hello. She said, Kate's ready. Okay, I'm finishing up. I'm putting final touches on. Kate's down the hall from me. So we'll be there in like 5 minutes. I just need to throw on my dress and pin my hair back real quick, okay? But you guys, okay, you guys. So I am going to darken this real quick. Remember how I told you I have to wait until I see how my makeup has turned out. And then I go in and just add like a little bit more, just a little bit more drama because we are going nighttime. If you want a custom match from Saint, I would love to help you with that as well. Just comment the word match. If you want some cushion, I would love to get that in your hands too because you're going to love it. It's going to make your skin look filtered, beautiful, and just the best makeup on the planet. And of course, if you do not have a skincare routine in place, Dove soap does not count as skincare. Seabreeze does not count as skincare, nor does Neutrogena once you've hit the age of 40, okay? So if you are using any of those, you guys, it's time to upgrade for your skin. Your skin is going to, we're going to age, it's going to happen, but it doesn't mean, here's my theory. We're going to all age no matter what, but you don't have to look your age if you don't want to. I'm 45, you guys. And I'm not saying that I'm the bomb diggity dog, but I will say that I have the best skin of my entire life that I've ever had. And I wear the least amount of makeup that I ever have in my entire life. And even being a makeup artist, that's saying a lot, okay? So I love you guys, mean it. Let me know if you need any help. I'm so happy to help you. I love giving you guys all of your custom makeup and your custom skincare and stuff, but Tom's gonna get mad at me because we're gonna end up being late. Oh, don't forget to set your makeup too. Your skin is absolutely beautiful. Megan, love you, girl. You can have it too. I'm telling you, I thought, you guys, I was using medical grade skincare. I was spending thousands and thousands of dollars on products, on facials, on peels. I was doing anything I could to get rid of my under eye darkness. And so when Rimmon was introduced to me, I'm like, there's no way that this is going to work. It's not expensive enough. Expensive does not mean that it works, okay? And a lot of what we have in the U.S. is not good for our skin. It's breaking down our moisture barrier. I could talk about this forever and ever and ever, but I have to go. I love y'all so much. Comment those words and I'll get the information to you. Have a wonderful evening.